class of 2027. I want to thank you for coming tonight and to show your support and love for our 8th grade students as this chapter of their journey comes to a close and they step forward into a new chapter in their lives as students, as individuals, and as a class. Before addressing our 8th grade students who I've had the pleasure of getting to know this year, I want to first recognize those who have contributed to their successes. First, to our parents and families. We often say in education that you are all your child's first teacher, and this could not be more true than it has been over the last several years, because you have at times, quite literally, had to take the role of teacher at home. We so appreciate all of your help and support for our students as they have worked to navigate the challenges of their education thus far. Thank you for continuing to partner with us and to help your students learn and grow into the amazing young people that are sitting in front of us tonight. It has been so incredible to see how invested each and every one of you are, not only in the success of your own child, but in the success of all the children of Pratum. I would like to also recognize the efforts and dedication of our incredible staff at Pratum. It has been amazing to get to see the dedication of each and every person here and how they all work so closely together to nurture and contribute to our students' success. It truly takes each and every person to be able to do what we do. And I would like to invite everyone who has worked as a part of the team of Pratum over the last 9 years to stand at this time and be recognized for their work and dedication. You continue to make a difference each and every day. Pratum staff members can stand, please. It has been a pleasure to get to know each of you this year. You have welcomed me to your school and to our community, and for that, I am truly thankful. In the short time I've gotten to know you, I know that there are going to be so many more joyous occasions and amazing accomplishments for each of you to celebrate in the coming years. I hope that you will continue to stay connected with us, and that we can continue to cheer you on along your journey. After tonight, even though you will officially be Silverton High School Foxes, I hope you know how very loved you are, and that you will always have a home at Pratum. You may not realize it today, but over the last 9 years, you've had the chance to be part of something very special. I too attended a small K-8 school and still treasure the connections and experiences I was able to carry with me into my adult life. I hope that you can look back one day and appreciate the special gift it has been to travel through these years together, to feel incredible pride as a part of the Pratum family and the proud legacy of our community. Now that I have been able to be here and see what a special place it is, it makes me all the more proud that I too have roots in this very special place. As you go forward into high school, you're all going to have the chance to try new things, develop new friendships, explore new interests and pathways, and we cannot wait to see them unfold. As you each step out into the sea of new faces next year, my wish is that you will continue to take care of each other and be there for one another through all the ups and downs and experiences of life. And that no matter where your paths may lead, that you will always show up for each other with a familiar face, a listening ear, or a friendly smile for years to come. The next 4 years will go by in a blink, maybe even 2. As you walk out of here this evening, I hope you walk away with the courage to dream big dreams, the perseverance to work towards anything you set your mind to, and with the knowledge that you have everything you need within you to accomplish it all. While I cannot promise there won't be challenges or that it will all come easy, what I can promise you is that you will always have the support of those faces you see here tonight to face whatever comes, and we believe in you and in all that you dream is possible for your life. As you leave here tonight, I want you to embrace every moment, every experience you'll have over the next 4 years of high school. Thank you for letting us be a part of your journey and for making our school such a special place to be. We love you all, and we wish you only the best in the days ahead. Thank you. And Tylee for our prophecies.
Andre goes to Silverton High School, and right away, the coaches notice his amazing soccer skills, and the girls notice his dreamy good looks. He plays varsity soccer all 4 years and gets a full ride scholarship to the University of Oregon, where he gets his degree in engineering. After graduation, he faces a dilemma. He's offered a job at NASA, and launching company. He lives out his days happily shooting rockets into space. Russ goes on to Silverton High School, where he excels in all his math classes, even surpassing all of his older siblings. The teachers are impressed with how diligently he is always working on his calculator. He attends Oregon State University and gets a degree in engineering. After graduation, he designs a gaming device that looks just like a school calculator, so students can enjoy playing games without their teachers knowing they aren't doing math. He markets it, but unfortunately, they do not sell well. Looking for a job, he hears that Mrs. Foodkite is retiring as the little room teacher at Pratum. He reluctantly applies and is hired. Much to his surprise, he finds he actually likes teaching little kids and realizes they are not as annoying as he thought. He continues teaching until he retires, and he and his wife purchase a farm in Pratum and live happily ever after. Daniel follows his brothers and sisters' footsteps and graduates from Silverton High School. While there, he takes many automotive courses and even manages to finally fix his brother's car. He also gets recruited by Coach Cross to join the track team. Daniel goes to state all 4 years and sets many records in discus. He is offered many scholarships for track, but chooses Lane Community College because of their excellent automotive program. After graduation, he and his brothers open up a performance car shop, Precision Z Car Repair, specializing in Nissan Zs. They are extremely successful because of their hard work, dedication, and integrity. Daniel saves his money to buy himself a Z car for every year they were made, and to build his dream homes in Salem and Mexico. In Daniel's spare time, he races his cars and lives his life sharing time equally between his two homes. Serenity is known at Silverton High School for her soccer skills, hilarious personality, artwork, and her crazy dance moves. She is also a member of FFA all 4 years. She goes to college to become a veterinary technician. She and her cousin open up their own veterinarian clinic, and it is so successful due to their outstanding care given to the animals that they had to downsize and specialize only in ducks. This reignited Strandy's passion for training ducks. Soon her ducks are performing a few of her signature dance moves, and they travel the nation performing at country fairs under the name of Swinging Serenity and the Disco Ducks. She marries her long-term boyfriend, Mallard, and they raise their 3 children, Donald, Daffy, and Daisy, on a farm outside of Silverton. Tylee goes to Silverton High School, where she excels in ag classes, math classes, plays varsity volleyball, swims on the swim team, is on the tennis team, and throws discus and javelin on the track team. She also has the reputation for being the nicest person at Silverton High. Tylee uses this as her secret weapon against her competitors. She wins them over with her kindness and then destroys them on the volleyball court. She goes to Oregon State University, where she plays volleyball, gets her degree in veterinary medicine, and is known as the sweetest person on campus. She gets invited to be part of the 2028 Summer Olympics volleyball team. She helps Team USA win a gold medal and is recognized as the nicest athlete in the world. She gets married, and she and her husband buy a farm to raise cows, pigs, and their 2 children. Bridget goes to high school at Crossville Christian School. While there, she gets straight A's, sings in choir, and has a starring role in all their musicals. While not in school, she helps with friend training Mustangs. By her second year of high school, possible with their grandchildren to keep her very busy and very happy. While she loves this new life immensely, as time moves on, she begins to realize that something's still missing. More and more, her mind turns to those old Pratum days when she got to spend recesses coaching the big room softball team. To fill the void, she becomes her grandchildren's personal hitting and pitching coach. Under her tutelage, all three of her grandchildren developed into softball and baseball phenoms, each making it to the major leagues. The success of her grandkids catches the notice of some of the top teams in baseball, and pretty soon, Mrs. Hanley is offered a lucrative contract as the New York Yankees player development coach. However, even this accomplishment doesn't quite fill the pirate-shaped void, so Mrs. Hanley decides to turn down the contract and return to Pratum, so she can sew more often, take more walks with Mrs. Martinson, and still travel regularly to watch her grandkids compete on the biggest stages of baseball and softball. Mrs. Hanley, we are so thankful that you have been our Pratum assistant all these years. You have helped us in so many ways, and we appreciate you. You are the best. You are the best. Our class has prepared a little appreciation basket we wanted to give you. We hope you enjoy your retirement. I will read some of the stuff you said to them. The last time you greeted us at the gate in the morning. The last time you caught us taking selfies on your phone. The last time you helped us with Taco Tuesday. The last time you had to remind us of the IOUs we still haven't had to pay. The last time you had to hear us say, "I don't get it," right after you had finished explaining it. The last time you blew the whistle at recess and we begged you for 5 more minutes. The last time you had to unblock the gate to let us get our foul balls. The last time you sat on the front steps and waved us goodbye. We have one more thing. We made you a sweatshirt. It has your years in Pratum.
All right, so I have the privilege tonight of reading some words that each of the parents have written for their graduates, including a little history of their time here at Pratum, some of their favorite memories of watching you guys grow up, and some advice for the next stage of life. I'm going to start with Andre. Andre first started at Pratum in 7th grade and will be the first member of the Bush family to graduate from here. After attending school at Bethany through 6th grade, his parents wrote that he was a little nervous about transitioning to a new school, especially as it was happening in the middle of COVID. But they said he adapted very well, and by the end of the year, he was loving it. He's actually fit in so well that I constantly forget that he wasn't part of this group since kindergarten, because it feels like he's one of the rest. He adds a lot to our class, and you wouldn't know that he's only been here for 1 year. His family's favorite memories of Pratum are all the school events, like field day and pancake breakfast. They've been blown away at how the community comes together to put on so many fun activities, and at the many ways the community comes, and at the many ways the kids have been able to get involved in these community events. Andre, your parents are proud of your caring nature towards other people, and to your dedication to succeeding academically. Your parents' advice for you as you head into high school is to be kind, to branch out and try new things, and above all, in everything you do, give it your all. Andre, it's been great having you in class. this Pratum cohort all the way from kindergarten to Central House. During that first year, one of the memories that her grandma wrote about was that apparently the teacher had to keep telling her to keep her tongue out of her mouth. So I'm proud to report that she seems to have fully overcome this habit. I've never seen her such a tongue in class. Good job, Bridget. Bridget, your dad wrote that he remembers how you were always excited and happy most of the time to go to school. But he also wrote it was probably just to hang out with her friends, though, because every time I asked her what she had learned that day, she would tell me she didn't learn anything. Bridget, you contributed to this school in so many ways over your years here. Your family's favorite memories of you are the times that you performed in holiday programs and, of course, those wonderful plays. Your family wrote that they are so proud of you for your amazing creativity, your willingness to challenge yourself, and to be your own person, and for your resilience. Their advice to you is to think before you act so that your decisions will be wise, to work hard, always do your best, and to be strong in your faith. Bridget, the creativity and energy you brought to the big room this year, we're going to really miss. Tylee is the second Johnston to attend Pratum, arriving 4 years after her big sister Ella. She was one of the Pratum travelers, as her parents called it, getting bused from Pratum to Central Hal during that first year of kindergarten. Tylee, you can probably guess your parents' most vivid memory of you from that first year. It was the time she broke her femur and needed to be in a wheelchair for a couple of months. Your parents remember how difficult of a time that was, but they also remember the support of your teachers, the other students, the other families of Pratum, as they wrote encouraging cards, gave thoughtful gifts, and pushed your wheelchair at recess once you were back at school. They especially wanted to shout out Mrs. Buchheit for making the whole process so much easier. Tylee, your family's favorite memories of you are, again, all the programs, the talent shows, the school plays, the sports, the end-of-year parties, and most of all, the strong sense of community that has surrounded you since you've been here. For advice, your parents say simply that they already know you're going to do great in high school. The only advice they could come up with is to try not to be too hard on yourself and enjoy the ride. They wanted to tell you we are so proud of you and love you very much. Congratulations, Tylee. Russ is the fourth child from his family to attend Pratum. He also started at Central Hal for kindergarten and has been a pirate ever since. Russ did well right away at Central Hal and has also handled the transition well when he switched to Pratum his next year to join the siblings. His parents wrote that he seems to take everything in stride, which is something that I've definitely observed all year from Russ. One example that his parents write about is how he had really been looking forward to being in the big room with his older sister, Kate, when COVID all of a sudden took that opportunity away. Despite the disappointment of losing the chance to be in person in the big room that year, he still made the most of it, especially finding enjoyment in all the Kahoot competitions on Google Meets. Russ, your parents are so proud and thankful for your humility and how considerate you are of others. They write, he is always willing to lend a hand and seldom complains. He is growing up into a fine young man. Your parents' advice to you is to remember the teachings from God's Word and your parents. Stay true to your values, but be willing to come out of your shell and try a variety of classes and activities. We love you. Russ, it's been great having you in class. Congratulations. Daniel also began at Central Hal as a kindergartner and then came to Pratum in first grade. He is the last of all his siblings to graduate from here, following 3 others. Daniel, your parents remember how during your first year, how happy you were to finally get to be in the same school as your brother when you came over in first grade, and how ready you were to meet new people and make new friends. Their favorite memory is the time you brought home all first places in the throwing events at one of the track meets. And couldn't wait to show them your awards when you got home. They loved how happy and excited that made you feel. Among all your qualities, your family is most proud of how when you make a mistake, you don't let it get you down, but continue to try again. Your family's advice is to keep going on your academic journey, even when success feels impossibly hard. They want you to know that they will always be there for you, through thick and thin. Daniel, I really enjoyed having you in class. Good luck next year. Chloe has also been with this group since kindergarten and is the first of her family to attend Pratum. Chloe, one of your parents' first memories of you in school was when Mrs. Bukite made you write a paragraph about laughing because apparently you couldn't stop laughing during class. This actually doesn't really surprise me. In fact, I'm kind of wondering if maybe she made you ever write a paragraph about spontaneous singing or dancing in class. We'll let our high school teachers deal with that. Your parents also wrote how much they have loved the memories of you participating in school plays, going on field trips. They said that they are most proud of how sweet, kind, positive you are, and their advice to you is simply to enjoy the next 4 years of your life because they're going to go by fast. We're going to miss you, Chloe. Serenity has also been part of this class since kindergarten, and is also the first of her family to attend Pratum, with one brother right behind her. Serenity, this is what your mom wrote about what she remembers from your kindergarten year. I'm just going to read straight what she wrote. The one thing that stands out from kindergarten year is that Serenity cried the first 2 weeks of school, from leaving our house all the way until after I left from dropping her off. What she doesn't know is that I cried from the time I dropped her off until I got home for a good month straight. I guess that could have been Jordan that wrote that, actually. I don't think Serenity, your parents also wrote about how their favorite memories of you were all the performances and plays that you were a part of, as well as watching you play volleyball, and most of all, watching you make the best of friends. Your parents wrote that they are so proud of you for so many things, but especially your loyalty to your friends and family that goes way beyond your years. They write that she would do anything for the people that she loves. They're also proud of your maturity and the way you approach the decisions you make in life. Here's their advice. When it comes to figuring out the worries and non-worries, remember to take a step back and decide what you're going to let affect your life. And the rest, you leave in God's hands. Don't be afraid to stumble in life. Just have the courage to keep trying. The harder things are to achieve usually means the greater the reward. Don't forget to have fun in all that you do. There's plenty of darkness out there. Be the light. Serenity, we're going to miss you, and we're wishing you all the best. Before we move on to our speaker, we wanted to take a chance to make sure that we honor a couple of our families who have their last child graduating from us. We feel like we're not only losing students, we're losing some really good members of our community and some families that have served Pratum really well over the years. First, Rick and Julie Howell have been part of Pratum community for a long time. They've supported in a lot of ways, but if I could call out one highlight, Julie, those pizza rolls are legendary. I don't know what the kids are going to do next year when they find out we don't have you to make those pizza rolls at hot lunch, but I know the recipe got passed around, so hopefully a mom out there will want to fill that in, because we love those pizza rolls. So thank you all for everything that you guys have done to support not only Bridget, but her friends and the rest of the school. It really means a lot. Secondly, the Mendoza family. Daniel is the fourth Mendoza member of the Mendoza family to come through Pratum. One of my favorite things is Jorge donates Christmas trees every year. My understanding is every year, at least the last 3 years, to the big room, and also sends home these beautiful Christmas wreaths with all of the teachers. And I really appreciated that this year, and so we appreciate everything you guys have given. We want to celebrate you as well. And last but not least, the Johnstons are leaving us. As many of you know, Ben has done a lot for this school. I've only been here 1 year, but I can't even count the number of times that Ben has jumped in to drive on a field trip or come fix a technical problem we're having over here. He's always available. You call him, he's here right away. He's done so much for this community. There's no way we could really repay that. And so Ben and Ashley, we really want to honor what you guys have done for this community too. I don't really know what we're going to do next year. So anyway, could you stand for us so we can give you a good round of applause? Introducing our speaker for tonight, who doesn't really need an introduction around here, I know. It was pretty clear very early on that this group really wanted Mrs. Roth to come back and be their graduation speaker. In fact, the moment she walked in the door at pancake breakfast, it was like a swarm. They were all over her, trying to get her to do this. So we really appreciate Mrs. Roth coming back to speak to us for graduation. Could you all join me in welcoming Mrs. Roth?
And already, tonight, about half of what I have to say has already been spoken, which just shows me that, the common thread here of this community helps. I wasn't going to cry, I'm already crying. How do you start? Just the common thread of this special community is just so apparent when so many different people can get up and say the same exact things. It's pretty neat. So, good evening. It's such an honor to be invited back to Pratum and speak to you tonight. To the 8th grade class of 2027, congratulations, you did it. You've worked hard, you've learned a lot, and I think everyone would agree they have grown up. I haven't seen them for a year, but they look like adults. I can't believe it. You're amazing. So exactly 1 year ago, I made the difficult decision to end my 16-year teaching career here at Pratum and move to the next phase of my life. I was finally going to be a grandma. I have lots of grandbaby pictures if anyone's interested after the ceremony. But even with this exciting news, believe me, deciding to leave wasn't easy. Making a significant change and wading into the unknown can be scary and uncomfortable. 8th graders, you too are ready to begin this next season of your lives as you transition into a whole new world called high school. However, before you get those diplomas this evening, I'd like to share a few lessons that I've learned since leaving here. You're never too old to learn. The first thing that I've learned is that everyone faces challenges in life. No matter how old or young you are, having to deal with hard things is inevitable. When I decided to leave this small country school and the people I love, I was a bit nervous. My entire career had been spent teaching middle school in a rural K-8 setting. I decided to apply for a position at Silverton Middle School. Now, during my interview, the principal there, who I won't name, told me, if you get a job here, this isn't Little House on the Prairie. I think he was referring to Pratum. I worried whether I would be happy at a bigger school setting, Would I find my place, and did I have what it takes to be able to deal with all those crazy town kids? 8th graders, you may be having similar feelings. As you finish your time here at Pratum, it's interesting to look back and realize that you didn't start your 6th grade year here in this building. COVID hit during your 5th grade year, and we were all sent home before spring break. You had to adapt to being a middle school student online, away from your teachers and friends. Even though you rarely had anything good to say about ingenuity, and at times you turned off your cameras so I couldn't see your faces, you worked hard and you persevered. Then came the crippling fires and the ice storm. It was a difficult year for everyone, but you made the most of it. And even when we came back into the classroom, you had to deal with wearing masks, spacing requirements, and other regulations. Although you were frustrated at times, you handled this new school environment with maturity. High school will bring its own set of challenges for you, and hurdles you'll have to overcome. Instead of one teacher, you're going to have 6. Your class size will grow from 7 to about 300. The total student body, instead of 70, you're going to go to a school of about 1,300. And that's quite a change. But to help put you at ease, I can't tell you the number of times I've had a high school teacher say to me, "Oh, I can always tell a Pratum student. They come to school, they're well-behaved, they're prepared, and they're ready to learn. There's no doubt that you'll have challenges, but you will come out on top if you work hard and persevere." The second lesson I've learned since leaving is that the people around you matter. Last month I had the privilege of watching the Pratum students put on the musical Peter Pan under the direction of Mrs. Turlock. While all the students did an absolutely incredible job, I couldn't help but notice all of the little and middle room students. Their cuteness level and enthusiasm was over the top. There's just something so sweet and innocent about them, and I realized that night how much I had missed them and how much they contribute to this school. I think that we sometimes overlook and take for granted the people in our lives and fail to acknowledge the important role that they play. Graduates, during your time at Pratum, you have been surrounded by some amazing people. You've had exceptional teachers like Mrs. Buchheit, Mrs. Frioff, and now Mr. Turlock, wherever he went. They've challenged you and inspired you to be your best. And then there's Mrs. Hanley, who has given so much for 27 years. Think about that, 27 years. She has encouraged you, taken care of your every need, and put up with all of your shenanigans. But each and every staff member along the way has played a huge role in your success. Never forget that. And now as you head into high school, you have the opportunity to build relationships with a whole new set of people. Appreciate the influence they have on your life and impact that you can have on others. Always be kind and respectful to the people around you. Remind them of their worth. If someone is being ignored, find a way to include them. If a teacher goes out of their way to help you with something, be sure to thank them. If you see that someone is struggling, come alongside them. Be the positive person that others want to be around, and never fail to recognize and be thankful for those very important people in your life. The last lesson I want to share is that there's nothing quite like returning home. Home is a place where you can be yourself. It's a place of warm acceptance and where you're free to make mistakes and grow. As I walked into this gym tonight, I was reminded once again that this is my home. I've only been gone a year, but it feels really good to be back. 8th graders, No matter how long you are gone, Pratum will always be your home. It's a place of comfort and familiarity. It's a place where you can find your name. Oh, they're all gone. The graduation boards? Oh, they've been moved. Okay, I was like, what? I panicked there for a second. All right, it's a place where you can find your name written on a graduation board, or maybe even on a wall somewhere downstairs. It's a place full of wonderful memories, like wearing a turkey hat and serving a Thanksgiving meal to the entire school. Or trying something completely out of your comfort zone, like participating in Penta games, like some of you did. I'm so proud of you for doing that, by the way. Or singing in front of a large audience. You've had a great big hug around you for 8 years. And now you're not only invited, but we expect you to come back home and visit us. We want to see you at pancake breakfast, at sporting events, at plays, and future graduations. You must stop by and chat and fill us in on how your classes are going, when you get that driver's license, who you might be dating, and what your plans are for the future. We hear this phrase a lot, that at Pratum we are one big family. I think that becomes more clear after you leave this place and then return. There's something very special about this small, tight-knit community. It's a place to be proud to call home. Home also means getting to share in special traditions. Several years back, I started a tradition called, well, my husband called it this, the Dollar Tree tradition. For those of you you're not aware, I will go to the Dollar Tree and I wander around for like 2 hours until I find little trinkets that remind me of each graduate. Are you excited about this? So, I would like to do it with your permission one more time, if that's okay with you guys. All right. So, when I call your name, that would be awesome. And I just picked you at random, so there's no, when I call your name, I'd like you to come over and stand next to me, because I'd like to embarrass you for one time. All right, Tylee, can you come stand next to me? The cool thing about this, I think that as we were talking about the graduates tonight, many things that I recognize in them, their parents do and their teachers do as well, which I think says a lot about you. So this is sort of a weird thing, but when I saw the boomerang, I thought of Tylee Johnston. She is, yes, in fact, one of the kindest, sweetest, most accepting people that I know. And my hope is that she gets in return all of those things that she has shared with so many people. So that and then because she's so sweet, I got her favorite candy, Junior Mints. Okay, yes, Daniel, without a doubt. Oh yes, come over here, sir. Very handsome. Daniel has been one of my favorites from the start. They all have, but I have a special place in my heart for Daniel, probably because I had his 3 siblings who all look like adults now. It's crazy. Daniel was all about cars. So Daniel, I bought you your first car. You get a set of turbo wheels. It's not loud. The other night we all went out to dinner together and one of his brothers was driving their sports car down Lancaster and it was so loud. And I turned and said to Daniel, "Isn't that annoying?" And he said, "No, that is cool." So Daniel, when you get your first together and flying it. So your first airplane. And then I couldn't resist. I got this. It's called Super Look Extra Hold New Styling Hair Gel. This is for him to use a lot of it, when you're on the soccer field so your hair stays perfect. Chloe Roth and I have a lot in common. We share a last name, first of all. Also, I have been known to see Chloe a few times at TJ Maxx. She likes Chloe is very sociable and has lots of friends. And so, yes, she's going to be very busy when she gets to high school. So I got her a 2023 weekly planner. I'd like to use that. And then I'm sure she's going to have to go shopping for a brand new high school, clothes for high school. So she has a huge TJ Maxx bag. All right, Bridget. Bridget and I also have some things in common. So we are family, which is pretty awesome. And Bridget is very talented. She was the star of Peter Pan in the spring, and she did an amazing job. As you've heard, she's very artistic, and she's super creative, and can make just about anything out of nothing. Another thing I learned about Bridget that we have in common was she used to bring fidget toys to school. And she would do her homework, do her work, and she'd play with these fidget toys. And I found out that I also love fidget toys. And so I would be over playing with the fidget toys that Bridget would bring. So, Bridget, I got you, I'm sure I owe you a fidget toy, so here's a popper, and then just some crafty things that you can make something wonderful out of. All right, Serenity, you are next. Serenity is the life of the party. She loves to have fun, she's an entertainer, she loves to sing, and she loves to dance. And she has been known to break out in song at any time and sing Backstreet Boys song, I Want It That Way. It's true. All right, so Serenity, I got you a very large party hat that I expect you to wear. Well, not now, you have that cute hat on, but at some point. And then you won't believe this, I was at Goodwill a couple weeks ago. I don't know who would get rid of this, but it is your very own Backstreet Boys CD. Okay, Russ, last but not least. This cracks me up because, well, you'll see in a second. Russ, you are very good at math. You're a hard worker and just a great kid. You're steady and you're consistent. And also you prefer to stay out of the limelight. So they talk so much about calculators. So guess what I got? A calculator. And it's pretty big, so you shouldn't misplace that. And some pencils to go with that. Don't go anywhere. And then when he goes to high school, just to make sure that he doesn't stand out and nobody notices him, I bought him these dark sunglasses to wear at So in closing, I want to encourage you all to stay focused on your goals, work hard and never give up, even when things get hard. Be sure to take time to cultivate those lasting relationships over the next 4 years. Who knows, those friendships could last you a lifetime. But most of all, remember that Pratum will always be your home. We'll be here cheering you on from the sidelines and waiting for you to return with a warm smile and a hug. So, from Pratum Pirates to Silverton Foxes, congratulations, and I wish you all the very best.
Okay, all you have to step back. Serenity, all I want to do right now is, you are my right? Join me, girl. Okay. Now she's looping in my head. So, thank you, Mrs. Roth, for your words and for all you've poured into our students at Pratum. And now, for the moment you've all been waiting for. It's not Serenity and I doing a duet. Instead, it's going to be time to do our certificates, and we will be awarding each of our 8th graders with their certificate of completion, marking the end of their time at Pratum and their official transition to becoming the freshmen and members of the Silverton High School class of 2027. Are you all ready? Okay. So, we practiced this today, and they know that they need to stand here for the photos. So, feel the parents, this is participation moment. You are welcome to come up right in their grill and take your picture. They know you're going to do that. They expect you're going to do that. All the parents know you're going to do this. It's okay. You get permission. Okay? So, are you ready? Okay. Andre Michael Bush. Bridget Jaylene Howell. Tylee Ray Johnston. Russ Terrence Kinsey. George Daniel Mendoza Jimenez. Chloe Elizabeth Roth. And last but not least, my duet partner, Serenity Lee Sandow. Okay. So we got a little slide presentation. We're going to welcome our graduates to come down, and they're going to sit crisscross applesauce one last time at Pratum, and we will enjoy some memories before we dismiss. So you ready?
I've been wandering through the desert, ain't seen a cloud in forever over me, but I believe your rain is coming. Yeah, I've been hanging on to high hopes, 'cause you're the one who's making dry bones come to life. You're the light I put my trust in. Every word you say is gonna come true. You will lead me to the promised land. Everything you say is gonna happen, even though I haven't seen it yet. I will build a boat in the sand where they say it never rains. I will stand up in faith. I'll do anything it takes with you in my ourselves. Your love never fails or fades. I'll build a boat in the desert place, and when the flood and the water starts to rise, yeah, I'll ride the storm, cause I got you by my side. With your wind in my sails, your love never fails or fades. I'll build a boat, so let it rain. You're the map, you're my compass.
If you ever find yourself stuck in the middle of the sea, I'll sail the world to find you. If you ever find yourself lost in the dark and you can't see, I'll be the light to guide you. Find out what we're made of when we are called to help our friends in need. You can count on me like 1, 2, 3, I'll be there. And I know when I need it, I can count on you like 4, 3, 2, and you'll be there. Cause that's what friends are supposed to do, oh yeah. Ooh, ooh, yeah, yeah. If you're tossing and you're turning and you just can't fall asleep, I'll sing a song beside
precious memories, unseen angel sent from somewhere to my soul. How they linger ever near me, and the sacred scenes unfold. Precious memories, how they linger, how they ever flood my soul. In the stillness of the midnight, precious sacred scenes unfold. Precious Father, loving Mother, fly across the lonely.
Eight years old, couple cane posts sitting down by the creek. Lines in the water, watching those bobbers, seeing that red sun sink. Mama's on the porch yelling supper's hot, y'all come and get it. We yelled 5 more minutes. At 16 it was 12:03, standing at her front door. Katie's dad said midnight, but we needed just a little more. Yellow light flipping on and off, interrupting that good night kissing. We wanted 5 more minutes. Time rolls by, the clock don't stop. I wish I had a few more drops of the good stuff, the good times. Oh, but they just keep on flying right on by like it ain't nothing. I wish I had me a pause button. Moments like those, Lord knows I'd hit it and give myself 5 more minutes.
under the open sky, oh my baby, I'm trying
Boy, I hear you in my dreams. I feel you whisper across the sea. I keep you with me in my heart. You make it easier when life gets hard. Lucky I'm in love with my best friend. Lucky to have been where I have been. Lucky to be coming home again. They don't know how long it takes waiting for a love like this. Every time we say goodbye, I wish we had one more kiss. I'll wait for you, I promise you I will. Lucky I'm in love with my best friend. Lucky to have been where I have been. Lucky to be coming home again. Lucky we're in love in every way. Lucky to
The story of me was a story of shame. Wrong turns written on every page. So many parts that were so messed up. But I love the part where you showed up. Rewriting my past, rewriting my hurt. Line by line, word by word. And now my story is living proof. There's not a chapter that you can't use. My story, your glory, my pain, your purpose, my mess, your message. In all things I know you're working. One life, one mission, one reason why I'm living. All for you, not for me. My story, your glory. Now the story of me is a story of grace. Fingerprints of mercy on every page. No more ashamed of the path I took. You set me free to be an open book. If even my scars are part of your plan, take all of my heart, Lord, here I am. My only
Buy a boy a baseball, get him outside, get his hands dirty, take a little time. Give a boy a Bible, teach him how to pray. Thank the good Lord at the end of the day. Wake him up early, teach him how to work, spend his own money, show him what it's worth, yeah. He's gonna know it all, he'll slip and he'll fall, he'll pick himself up, amen. Yes sir, yes ma'am, show him how to be a man, so one of these days he can. Buy a girl flowers, take her to a show, treat her like a lady, and maybe down the road you'll give a girl a diamond, put it on her hand, watch her and her mama making all the plans. Then get a little house on a little piece of land, build a little family, so maybe one of these days he can. Yeah. Buy a boy a baseball.
Here we are, on top of the stars. Never thought we'd ever get this far. We live for moments like this. We come alive in moments like this. Here we are, this is a time, like a dream coming to life. We live for moments like this. We come alive in moments like this. In moments like this. I try to take a breath, thoughts racing through my head. I try to capture it, but a picture can't hold what a heart is feeling. I just wanna stop the world from spinning, slow it all down for a minute, so that I can take it in. I can take it in. Here we are, on top of the stars. Never thought we'd ever get this far. We live for moments like this. We come alive in moments like this. Here we are, this is a time, like a dream coming to life. We live for moments like this.
but no words can say what my heart is feeling. I just wanna stop the world from spinning, slow it all down for a minute, so that I can take it in. I can take it in. Here we are, on top of the stars. Never thought we'd ever get this far. We live for moments like this, come alive in moments like this. Here we are, this is the time.
Thank you all so much for toughing it out and for coming tonight. These kids have just shown us tonight just how worthy they are of sweating to death to celebrate them, because they are just amazing kids. So in just a moment, I'm going to excuse them. They know that they have to stand here for a second. You can all take a picture if you want to take a picture. And then we're going to have a receiving line over here, so you're welcome after the kids have been dismissed to come over and congratulate all of our graduates. Again, thank you so much for coming tonight. So at this time, I had a really big speech. At this time, I would like to present to you the awesome, the amazing, the incredible, the blessed Pratum 8th grade class of 2023. I spoke too soon. Can we give another round of applause? It's every
West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Life is old there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, growing like a breeze. Country road, take you home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take you home. Country road, all my memories gather round her. Miner's lady, stranger to blue water.